She left. She thought you would chase. She thought you would text her, blow up her phone, beg for another chance. She thought she had you wrapped around her little finger. She thought you would break. But what if I told you the most powerful thing you could ever do is absolutely nothing? No text, no calls, no angry messages, no desperate attempts to explain yourself. Silence. Because silence is not emptiness. It is full of answers. It is power. And today I'm going to show you exactly why silence is the deadliest weapon you will ever use. If you master this, you will never chase again. You will never be manipulated again. And more importantly, you will become the kind of man that women crave but can never control. Men have been lied to. Society tells you to express your feelings, to fight for love, to prove you care. They sell you movies where the guy wins her back with a grand gesture. They tell you that if you don't chase, if you don't beg, if you don't pour your heart out, you'll lose her forever. And you believe it. So what do you do when she pulls away, when she gets distant, when she stops texting back? You chase, you double text, you ask her what's wrong. You become the emotional little boy she can't respect. And what happens? She pulls away even further. She loses interest. She starts talking to another guy who doesn't care. Because the moment you make her your priority, she makes you an option. This is the truth they don't want you to know. And by the end of this video, you will have a completely different mindset. Hit subscribe so YouTube recommends this video to more men who need to hear it. Number 1. She walked away. You stayed silent. She left. You watched her walk away, and the world told you to chase her. They told you to fight for her, prove your love, show her how much she means to you. They lied. You do not chase what discards you. You do not beg to be chosen. You do not lose your self-respect because a woman has decided she's done with you. A woman will never walk away unless she believes you will chase her. That's how they operate. She wants to see your reaction. She wants to see you panic. She wants to confirm that you are weak enough to still be controlled by her. Because as long as you chase, as long as you react, as long as you sit in pain obsessing over her, she still owns you. You are not a free man until you stop reacting. Women test men by pulling away. They do it to see what you will do next. Will you break down? Will you come running? Or will you stand your ground like a man who values himself more than her validation? Most men fail this test. They fold. They react. They go down the path of desperation, trying to make sense of what went wrong. They send paragraphs. They beg for closure. They sit by their phone, waiting for her to reconsider. Every second they waste, they are confirming their weakness. But you do not react. You let her go, and that silence speaks louder than anything you could ever say. At first, she won't care. She will feel powerful, like she made the right choice. She will tell herself she's better off without you. But as the days pass, something strange happens. She checks her phone, expecting a message from you. Nothing. She goes online, hoping you liked her post. Nothing. She waits for the inevitable moment where you crack and give her the validation she craves. Still, nothing. And that is when the doubt begins to creep in. A woman cannot handle being ignored by a man she thought she had power over. The moment you stop chasing, she starts questioning. Why isn't he texting me? Did I even matter to him? Is he already with someone else? This is the shift. The moment she realizes she may have made a mistake. But that realization doesn't come immediately. It takes time. And most men fail because they break before that moment arrives. They let their emotions take over. They reach out just when she is starting to feel their absence. They throw away their power for a moment of weakness. And what does she do? She rejects them again, harder this time, because now she knows she never has to take them seriously. The only way to pass this test is complete silence. You don't explain. You don't react. You don't care. You accept what happened and use the pain to level up. Because here's what happens when you truly move on. You become a man she can't have again. And there is nothing more attractive to a woman than the man she can no longer reach. But it's bigger than just attraction. This isn't about making her regret. This is about you becoming untouchable. You are no longer a man whose emotions are at the mercy of a woman's whims. You are no longer a man whose mood is dictated by whether or not she texts back. You are no longer a man who needs her to feel good about himself, and the moment you realize that, you are finally free. Number 2, psychological warfare. Women do not fall in love the way men do. Men fall in love with what is in front of them. Women fall in love with what is in their minds. They are addicted to the idea of a man, the feeling he gives them, and the moment a man stops stimulating her emotions, she detaches. This is why silence is the deadliest weapon you will ever use. A woman's mind is her own worst enemy. The more uncertainty you create, the more she obsesses. The moment you disappear, she doesn't just feel your absence, she fills in the blanks, and her imagination will always create a version of you more powerful, more attractive, more mysterious than the real thing. Think about it. Have you ever had a woman lose interest in you, only for her to suddenly come back months later when you had already moved on? That's because when you were chasing her, she was bored. But the moment you disappeared, her mind started playing tricks on her. She started remembering the best parts of you. She started wondering if she made a mistake. She started craving your validation again. Women are drawn to men they cannot fully understand or control. And the greatest mistake you can make is showing her all your cards. When you constantly text her, when you tell her exactly how you feel, when you make it clear she still has power over you, you kill the mystery. She doesn't have to wonder about you. She doesn't have to think about you. She knows she still has you in the palm of her hand. But the moment you go silent, the moment you stop reacting, the moment you become completely indifferent, she is forced to confront a terrifying thought. She may have lost you forever. And that is when she will start chasing. But this is where most men fail, because the moment she comes back, they forgive too quickly. They pick up exactly where they left off, making it clear she still has them under her control. A high-value man doesn't just take her back. A high-value man makes her work for it. And by the time she realizes what she lost, by the time she starts chasing, by the time she truly feels regret, he no longer cares. That is the ultimate revenge. That is true power. Because at that point, it's not about getting her back. It's about the fact that you have already moved on to bigger things. And when she sees that, when she realizes you don't need her anymore, when she understands that she has lost her grip on you completely, she will break. Women think they want a man who is emotional, reactive, sensitive. But deep down, they crave dominance, control, strength. They want a man who cannot be manipulated. They want a man who holds firm no matter what happens. And that man, he does not chase. He does not explain. He does not react. Because he is a man who knows his worth. And a man who knows his worth never allows a woman to define it. This is the new you. This is the man you were meant to be. And from this moment on, you will never be weak again. Number 3, they crave validation. She needs your attention like oxygen. She needs to know she matters. The moment you take that away, you leave her stranded in a psychological wasteland. Women thrive on external validation. It's how they measure their worth. That's why they post seductive pictures. That's why they constantly check who's watching their stories. That's why they bait men into conversations without ever truly committing. Attention is their currency, and the more they have, the richer they feel. When you stop giving it to her, she feels poor, she feels irrelevant, she feels lost. Women only respect what they have to work for. If you are too available, too eager, too desperate for her validation, she will take you for granted. That's just how their psychology works. They are wired to seek out the strongest, and the strongest man is the one who does not need them. Most men make the mistake of overgiving. They flood her with attention. They comment on all her pictures. They text her good morning every single day. They constantly ask her how she's feeling, what she's doing, if she's okay. They think they are being caring. They think this is how you win her heart. But what they are actually doing is lowering their value in her eyes. The moment a woman realizes she has your undivided attention, she loses interest. Not because she's cruel, not because she enjoys seeing you suffer, but because she is wired to desire what is out of reach. She cannot respect what comes too easily. This is why she chases men who don't care about her. This is why she finds herself obsessing over the guy who ignores her texts. This is why she cries over the man who walks away without looking back. She isn't choosing pain, she's choosing mystery, and mystery creates desire. Men fail because they assume women think like them. A man sees a beautiful woman and wants her because of how she looks. A woman, on the other hand, desires a man because of how he makes her feel. And the man who triggers uncertainty, curiosity, and emotional instability is the man who captures her mind. When you stop giving her validation, she starts seeking it out from you. She will post something online and wait to see if you react. She will make subtle moves to see if you still care. She will text you something random to test if she still has access to your attention. This is when the power shifts, and this is where most men fail. The moment she shows any sign of returning interest, they collapse. They respond instantly. They get excited. They think, she's coming back. They undo all the work they just did. You do not chase. You do not get excited. You maintain absolute emotional control. If she truly regrets leaving, she will prove it. She will invest. She will chase you the way you once chased her. But most of the time, she's not coming back because she wants you. She's coming back because she wants to see if she still has power over you. The moment she gets the reassurance that you still care, she loses interest again. That's why you must never break. A high-value man is unshakable. He does not give away his energy freely. His time, his attention, his validation, all of it is earned. A woman can sense whether a man has options or not. She can feel it in the way he carries himself, in the way he responds, in the way he doesn't react. And a man who has options is 10 times more attractive than a man who puts all his emotional weight on a single woman. Stop being her fan. Stop worshipping her like she's a goddess. Stop giving her everything without making her work for it. You are the prize. The moment you start acting like one, she will either step up and chase you, or she will walk away. And if she walks away, you let her. Because a man who knows his worth never fears losing a woman. Number 4. The reverse chase effect. The moment you stop chasing, she starts to panic. Women are not built to handle rejection. Their entire existence is built around being desired, adored, pursued. They have spent their entire lives having men throw themselves at them. The moment a man doesn't do that, her reality shifts. Women do not want what is easy. They want what is hard to get. They want what they have to fight for. This is why women desire men who are already in relationships. It's why they obsess over men who don't give them attention. It's why they fantasize about men who don't care if they stay or leave. They want the challenge. They want the emotional roller coaster. And if you are always available, always eager, always giving her everything she wants, you are not a challenge. You are predictable, and predictability kills attraction. Men think chasing will make a woman love them, but the truth is, The moment you stop caring, she starts chasing you. The moment you pull back, she starts leaning in. The moment you go silent, she starts wondering where you went. Because in her mind, losing a man's attention is worse than never having it at all. This is where the power shift happens. Because now, she is obsessing over you. Now she is checking to see if you're online. Now she is wondering if she made the right decision. Now she is thinking about you when she should be thinking about other things. And once she reaches this stage, you have won. Not because you played games, not because you tricked her, but because you became a man who does not need her validation. That is what women crave. They want a man who is so complete within himself that her presence in his life is a privilege, not a necessity. They want a man who is focused on his purpose, his mission, his growth. They want a man who never lets a woman control his emotions. This is what separates men from boys. A boy reacts. A boy begs. A boy lets his emotions destroy him when a woman pulls away. A man stays grounded. A man understands his value. A man lets women come and go without it affecting his self-worth. When a woman realizes she cannot manipulate your emotions, when she sees that her absence does not shake you, when she understands that you will continue to level up with or without her, her entire perspective changes. She suddenly respects you more than ever. She sees you as rare, different, untouchable. And the moment she realizes that she needs you more than you need her, she will do anything to get you back. But by then, you won't even care. Because the man you have become doesn't need to chase anyone. He is already on top. And that is when you truly win. Number 5. The new you is untouchable. You have suffered. You have been broken. You have had your emotions ripped apart, your ego crushed, your self-worth questioned. She walked away, and it felt like your world ended. But that man, that version of you, he is dead. He no longer exists. And the man standing here today is someone she will never have access to again. This is the moment you rise. This is the moment you become something bigger, stronger, more unstoppable than you have ever been. You see, the reason you lost before was because you made her your world. You built your life around her validation, around her presence. You didn't see yourself as the prize. You saw her as the prize. And the moment she realized that, she lost all respect for you. But now, everything changes. The new you does not seek validation. The new you does not ask for love. The new you does not wait for permission to be great. You are great. And every second you waste thinking about the past is a second stolen from the man you are meant to become. You do not sit around waiting for her to come back. You do not spend hours analyzing what went wrong. You do not allow her memory to dictate your emotions. You move forward with ruthless determination. You hit the gym. You sculpt your body into a weapon. Every rep, every set, every drop of sweat is revenge. Not against her, against your old self. You refuse to be the man she walked away from. You level up your finances. You focus on your money, your skills, your empire. Because the strongest position a man can ever be in is not needing anyone. The moment you become independent, powerful and untouchable, she will feel your absence like a knife in her chest. She will hear about you through mutual friends. She will see you thriving. She will witness your transformation, and it will destroy her. Because the one thing she thought would break you only made you stronger. But here's the most important part. You do not care anymore. She could crawl back on her hands and knees, begging for another chance, and you would barely blink. Because the new you has options. The new you has self-respect. The new you knows his worth. And the moment she realizes you are a man she can no longer control, no longer manipulate, no longer break down, She will regret it for the rest of her life. But by then, you are already too far ahead. You are already living the life she could have had without her. Number 6. Master this. Never chase again. A man who understands his power never chases. He does not beg. He does not plead. He does not seek out what does not serve him. He is the prize. And every man watching this needs to make a choice. Will you be the man who chases, or the man who is chased? The truth is, most men are weak. They break under pressure. They fold the moment a woman pulls away. They throw away all logic, all self-control, just to keep a woman who already decided to leave. And that is why they lose. But you are different. You are the man who walks away first, the man who never begs, the man who never explains himself. Because men who chase women lose power. Men who let women chase them gain power. And power is the one thing that will always make you desirable. Think about the men women go crazy over, the ones they can't stop thinking about, the ones they obsess over. Do you think those men are texting good morning every day? Do you think those men are sitting by their phones waiting for a reply? Do you think those men are crying over a woman's absence? Those men are too busy living their lives, too busy building themselves into something greater, and that's why women fight to be with them. The moment you stop chasing, the moment you stop caring, the moment you become completely indifferent, that's when women start seeing you as a man worth having. Because they can feel it, they can sense it, they know when a man is rare. And a man who does not chase, a man who does not fall apart over rejection, a man who stands strong even when things don't go his way, that is a rare man. Women do not value men who need them. They value men who don't. And that is the ultimate test. The test of a man's strength isn't in how much he can lift. It's in how much he can endure without breaking. You have been hurt. Good. Let that pain make you stronger. Let that pain build you into something indestructible. Let that pain forge you into a man so untouchable, so powerful, so rare that she regrets every single second she took you for granted. But do you take her back? Because she is no longer good enough for the man you have become. That is the final evolution of a high-value man. The moment you truly master yourself, truly master your emotions, truly master your mind, you will never chase again. Because at that point, it's not about getting her back. It's about the fact that you don't even want her anymore. You want something bigger, something better, something worthy of the man you have become. And once you reach that level, you have already won. This is the ultimate power shift. Not through revenge, not through games, but through complete indifference. Women only respect men they cannot control. The moment you let go, the moment you stop reacting, the moment you become untouchable, you win. If this video changed the way you think, hit the subscribe button now. The more you subscribe, the more YouTube recommends this video to other men who need to wake up. Drop a comment below, I am untiltable. Let's build this brotherhood. Stay strong, stay focused, never chase.